Signs coming out of Toronto may lead those that follow real estate to believe that the market is a little slow, but is that the case here in Simcoe County? Who better to break that down for us than real estate broker Peggy Hill? Always a pleasure to have you.
A pleasure to be here.
What do those Toronto numbers mean, Peggy, when we look specifically at our region?
Well, they sound scary on the, when you read them, but they don't really have that much to do with us. And what happens in Toronto is Toronto's problem. They have the same months of inventory as Barrie. Can you imagine? So what I mean by that is Toronto's used to having 1 to 2 months of inventory. So you list something within the month it's gone. So in other words, it would take 1 month to eat up all their inventory, where we don't have such times here. We are normally at about a 3, 4, we're 4.5 right now. They actually have 5 months of inventory, which is higher than what we have in Barrie. So, I mean, take it from there. I think the biggest problem Toronto has is their price points, and we've adjusted our price points, so it's affordable. It's far more affordable to be here.
And a lovely little place to live, if I may say.
To boot.
We might be a little biased. You were saying that the numbers in May are better than what we saw in April. Why is that?
So the numbers aren't out yet, but I think what you'll find is that they're going to be far better. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be better for Toronto, but definitely for Simcoe County, I think you'll see an increase in the number of sales. A lot of it is weather. A lot of it is politics. Finally the election was over. We have more stability. I think people are kind of getting used to these tariffs. That we were all bracing ourselves for the worst, and maybe we didn't get the worst. So I think there's a little bit more consumer confidence coming back into this market too.
Next week we have updated.
The Bank of Canada.
Yes, interest rates coming out. What do you think we're going to see?
I think we're going to see nothing, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you that I see a cut in our forecast, but I don't, because again, the Bank of Canada is mandated to calm inflation down, and inflation is kind of ticking up, and it's ticking up in the worst things. It's ticking up in food, the one thing none of us could be without. So unfortunately, I think we're going to hold this time, but we'll see what July brings us.